House of Representatives passes 2.176 trillion naira 2023 supplementary bill. House receives federal government's 2022 to 2024 external borrowing plan for consideration and approval. And House Committee on Reformatory Institutions plots strategies to decongest correctional facilities. 2.176 trillion naira supplementary budget gets the nod as federal government moves to stimulate the economy. Welcome to You and Your Reps on the NTA. I am Victor, also thank you for joining us. The House of Representatives has passed the 2023 supplementary bill of 2.176 trillion naira. The budget is for critical needs such as palliatives, defense and infrastructure, among other sectoral growth initiatives.
Clause 1.
Clause-by-clause consideration of the Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2023 at the House Committee on Supply preceded its eventual passage at plenary.
Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, 103 billion. Service-wide vote recurrent, 515 billion.
We have approved that 35,000 increment. So far, we have approved about 210 billion naira for Nigerian workers, and I'm sure they are going to see that in fact as soon as possible. So it has been approved by the House of Representatives today. Office of the National Security, we know how important that office is. Initially, the initial budget was 27 billion, but currently we have increased their budget to 50 billion naira.
A bill seeking to establish the Nigerian Content Non-Oil and Gas Development Council passed second reading.
From my experience in the oil and gas sector, I don't think that we should go through that route again to wait until we are properly exploited by foreigners in other sectors outside oil and gas before we start talking about local content.
A motion calling for forensic investigation into leakage of classified information in security circles was also adopted.
The rate at which classified information spreads on social media is also very disturbing, Mr. Speaker.
Meanwhile, the House Committee on Sustainable Development Goals at its inaugural sitting says all legislative instruments will be deployed towards advancing the attainment of the goals in Nigeria.
All the goals, if you are serious about development, must be prioritized.
Meanwhile, the House is in receipt of the federal government's 2022 to 2024 external borrowing plan to enable the processing of $7.8 billion and 100 million euros loan facilities captured in the plan. President Bola Tinubu indicated that the loan facilities will help meet development needs in critical sectors of the economy.
President Bola Tinubu noted in his request for approval of $7.8 billion and 100 million euros loan facilities that it has become imperative for the federal government to resort to prudent external borrowing to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal and attendant economic realities.
The House of Representatives may wish to note that the past administration approved the 2022 to 2024 borrowing plan. The project cut across all sectors with specific emphasis on infrastructure, agriculture, health, education, water supply, security, and employment generation.
The House resolved to investigate expenditure on the postponed 2023 population and housing census, but not without some heated debate.
If the population and housing census fails to take place within 12 months, the information gathered across the country will become stale.
In Nigeria, we are not ready to conduct census now.
The mover of this motion is from Agwata in Anambra State, Mr. Speaker. As I speak to you, Mr. Speaker, there are some areas in this place you cannot access.
Money has been appropriated. Money has been spent. So this motion is only asking that money appropriated should be accounted for.
I do not want us to throw away the baby with the bathwater.
Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it.
A a bill seeking to amend the Interpretation Act 2004 to provide conditions for appointment and assumption of offices in acting capacity scaled through second reading.
Such persons held such offices for a very long period of time because there is no limitation provided by law regarding the duration for which such offices could be held in acting capacity.
The House of Representatives Committee on Reformatory Institutions plans to enhance the reformation of inmates as a way of mitigating crime in the country. At its inaugural meeting, Chair of the House Committee, Chinedu Oga, tasked members to come up with ideas to ensure ex-inmates never return to crime.
90% of all the crime committed in this country are those that in a prison, that are castrated when they are out. They are unable to be integrated into society, always go back to the crime. And it's our duty now to look, it's called reformatory institution. What do we do to make sure this reformatory have impact to change the life of so many people in Nigeria so that they cannot get into the crime?
And it does appear that members already understand the assignment, judging by these contributions.
Our reformatory institutions are overclogged with people. Some people are there because they are on a waiting trial. So it will also be good if we can look at these cases, and during our 4 years, we are able to decongest our prisons and make it easier for those in and the regulatory bodies.
So I think it will be of much importance if we put Chief Judge of every state as amongst the key people we will contact to see how they are implementing the Administration of Criminal Justice Act so that we will achieve success in depopulating our prisons.
What we have today is prison, not reformatory. Because you go to a prison or a reformatory center, they don't even have space to lie down. Most of them stand, remove their dress. I think this committee shall partner with the federal government to make those centers correctional, not where you go to breed hardened criminals.
The committee resolved to begin work in earnest. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate what it termed dishonest handling of the new Abeokuta Igbora Lanlate Igangan 13233 kV double-circuit transmission line awarded at nearly 2 billion naira. Now, this follows a motion moved by Representative Adebayo Adepoju. You and your reps caught up with the member representing Ibarakwa Central and North Federal Constituency of Oyo State to get a sense of the issues.
In my community, we have a lot of people that have left that community because of power. We have people every day learning new trades, and they need power to work. And how do we develop our community without power? It's very difficult. So when you are trying to keep people in a place so they can help develop that community, and you have people leaving, you can't blame them. We have to create that enabling environment for our people to survive in our community. We're very enterprising. We're a very enterprising set of people. There are people that we love where we're from, and we want to develop this place. So I think this motion is a way to kickstart the process of getting to know why this project has not been completed, and also, more importantly, so that the project can be completed. It's been referred to the Committee on Power, and fortunately, I'm also a member of that committee as well. So I'll be happy to sit in as a member of that committee and actually look into where we are with it, and also contribute what I know, because I have heard a lot about this project. The good thing about this country is a lot of the things we do is public information. All you need to do is just to do a little bit of research, and it's all there. But if you do not put in the work to know where things are, then you would just sit down here and you would not achieve anything at the end of the day, and people at home would suffer for it. I have been elected to make the lives of my people better, and I would not do anything short of that. The Committee on Power would start work. I know as of yesterday, they have started putting things in motion to start, calling the people concerned or the companies concerned. So I think a thorough job will be done. And at the end of the day, I think the people of Ibarapa Central, Ibarapa North, and Ibarapa East will be better off for it. That's the goal. At the end of the day, I want them to be able to ask themselves, are we better off today than we were 4 years ago? That's my only goal. And if they can answer that question in the affirmative, I'm happy about that. If I can leave the office knowing that I have put in my best, I have done the utmost best for my people, that makes me happy, that makes me sleep at night. So I'm not asking for too much from them. I'm sure they're not asking for too much from me. All they're telling me is go there, speak for us, work for us, make our lives better, and we trust you. So that trust that has been reposed in me, I hold it jealously, and it's very important to me. So not just in the area of power. I mean, there are other aspects of life that I think we can always impact positively. And we started doing the work. People, we need jobs. Fortunately, I'm in the Federal Character Committee, so we can always help with that, I'm also in the Committee on Army, FEMAR, and there's so many other committees that I think can be instrumental to the, to making the lives of our people better. So at the end of the day, I just want them to be able to say he has done his best and he has moved the needle from where we were to where we are right now, and where we are right now is the more comfortable place.
A quorum may mean the minimum number of members of an assembly or society that must be present at any of its meetings to make the proceedings of that meeting valid, but there are exceptions to this rule. Let's find out those from Chair of the House Committee on Rules and Business, Francis Waive.
There are different types of quorum. For example, you want to amend the Constitution, you need 2/3 of members, elected members, sitting members, not members in attendance. Yeah. But then there are some other bills and motions you are taking. You need 2/3 of members that are sitting. And you know that Section 8 and Section 9 of the Constitution has different requirements for quorum. For fifth, if you want to go into things like state creation, local government creation, of elected members, Otherwise, the general rule is 1/3 members that form a quorum.
Elsewhere, the fall of the naira to the dollar has dominated debates on the floor of the House in recent times. You and your reps therefore engaged a former banker and member representing Nsukka Ibweze South Federal Constituency of Enugu State, Chidi Obeta, on the state of the economy and what needs to be done to improve it.
It's biting hard. I can tell you my constituents are not different from every other Nigerian. We are all in the same country. What is happening in Enugu or in my constituency in Nsukka Ibweze South is the same thing happening in Kaduna or Borno or Lagos. So we are not alien. We are here. We are on ground. But what we are doing with the plans that they have with the palliative and the increments that NLC have been able to negotiate with government, I'm sure by the time this supplementary budget is passed and people begin to earn more, you'll be able to reduce the hardship that is being suffered by Nigerians. We will continue to work with the executive. We have resolved as a house to continue to work with the executive, to support whatever policies they bring up, to make sure that the most important thing that we are going to tackle is to tackle the problems that face all of us as Nigerians, face the common man, face those in political offices or those that find themselves in one walk of life or the other. but we are all Nigerians, and the whole thing is affecting all of us. It's worthy of note that the dollar has reversed its trend. It's no more going down. Part of the problem we have as a nation is that we are not producing as much. I will tell you that every economy in the world, every economy that is doing very well in the world today, in Europe, in America, in the Asia, I tell you that they promote their small and medium scale enterprises because you need to start producing. Once you start producing and show up your GDP, your gross domestic product, that way you begin to earn foreign currencies. That means you export goods after consumption, you produce for your economy, you produce for your nation, then you export the excess, and you earn foreign currency, you earn foreign exchange. That foreign exchange that you earn is what helps to stabilize your local currency. Government needs to look at the critical industries, critical sectors of the economy. One is agriculture. I keep talking about agriculture. We need to start producing. We need to start producing enough food for the country. We need to also tackle insecurity because insecurity is now affecting our farmers from going to the farm. A lot of farmers are scared to go and farm, especially to go into the hinterlands to farm. I have similar cases in my own constituency where we have challenges of farmers being attacked when they go very, very far into the farms. So this is also affecting our production. So once government tackles the insecurity, which this supplementary budget is also tackling, if you look at the breakdown, you see that a substantial amount of it is going to security, to tackle insecurity. Part of it is also going to agriculture, to promote agriculture, production and all that. So the government is getting it right. President Tinubu is getting it right. And I hope that if they implement this supplementary budget and come with a robust 2024 budget, appropriation budget, as they are proposing, we will begin to get it in the right direction.
This week on You and Your Reps, the committee segment takes a look at police affairs, where Maki Aliman is chairman.
Being the current situation we find ourselves in this country, we have a big tax because we are in charge of internal security. Because if you are talking of all this banditry, kidnapping, is a responsibility lay on the police, not army, not air force or navy. If you can go through our barracks, the situation of the barracks, God willing, during our time, we'll make sure that we make it to a standard, world standard level, where the officers will feel comfortable because the environment, the conducive environment of an organization or the resident that they are living, it matters. And also to concentrate on the where their children go to school, to boost their morale. Even the supplementary budget we are trying to work on, you can see there is a lot of outstanding liabilities in terms of burial expenses of the late officers. And with this supplementary budget, I think we are going to cover from almost August to March 2023. And we are hoping by the time that we're going to present 2024 budget, we'll make sure that we are up to a level that will liberate and give others that who are alive the courage, even if they are not there, something is there for them. You see, people outside, that's the way how they are looking at it, thinking there is no synergy between the service chiefs. And to me, I don't believe that. You see, issue of security is not something that you can come through the camera and start telling the world, this is where we are coming from, this is where we are going, this is what we are facing, this is what we are saying. It's not like that. But I'm assuring you, more especially with this renewed hope of this administration, there is greater and better synergy in between the service chiefs.
I bet some of these plans will excite many police officers. We just have to wait and see. Thanks for watching. I'm Victor. Join us again.